Hello, welcome back. In today's video, let's install a water tap on the basin. But before we can do that, we have to remove the old one. Let's get started. These are the tools required for the job. We need a wrench. Not sure if this tool will fit under the basin though. But I have this special one that will definitely do the job. It's called a telescoping wrench. Look at how the jaw can bend to one side or the other, depending if we are tightening or loosening the nut. This is the new tap. It is kind of lightweight, but that shouldn't be an issue. I paid less than 10 Singapore dollars for it. It's really value for money. The old tap cost $75. I had it for 5 years and it started to leak. I wanted to change the cartridge inside, but couldn't find one that is exactly the same dimensions. I made a video regarding that. You might want to check it out at the end of the video. Link is in the description. Back to the new tap. This is the perfect height and length for a basin tap. Want to know why? There's a video on this as well. Link in the description. These are the parts that came with the tap. And this is the plumbing tape. Another name for it is thread seal tape. I'm going to apply the tape first. And this is how it's done. Go in the direction of how we tighten the nut down the thread. That is to say, clockwise direction. Make about 4 to 5 turns and simply pull the tape to break it off. Okay, now we're going to remove the old tap. But first, let's turn off the water supply. I have a video on installing a shut-off valve. Link is in the description. The water is now turned off. And next, let's disconnect the hose by loosening the nut. Okay, I'm going to try using the adjustable wrench first. It can't fit. There's no room to turn at all. Let's try the smaller wrench. Also no space. Here comes the telescoping wrench. I'm not sure which side is for loosening, but I'll try. I'm lucky and got it right the first time. Easy does it with the right tool. Let's inspect the rubber gasket, more commonly known as rubber washers. It's disintegrating. Look at this. Replace it with a new one. This is pretty standard sized. Just search for 1/2 inch plumbing rubber gasket. Next, we have to remove the nut under the sink that's holding onto the tap. There are 2 types and this is the metallic one, which requires this tool, which I don't have with me. I'm going to try using the telescoping wrench. But the jaw can't seem to grip onto the shallow groove of the nut. Thank goodness I remembered I have this long nose wrench. This should be able to do. Oh yes, it's turning. My other hand is holding onto the tap on top, by the way. And I'm using my hand to turn the nut now since it's loose enough. Let's clean this up. Got to figure this out a bit. This is the old nut and in my right hand is the new one, which is made of plastic and it can be hand wound. And this is the rubber washer that goes with it. The grooved side will sit against the underside of the basin and the smooth side on the nut. The black rubber gasket goes with the metal cap. and it's inserted to the new tap like this. Let's see how it fits on the basin. I think the metal cap is kind of too small for the hole. I will use the old metal cap. Slot the tap in, and with the other hand, reach down to the bottom and wind up the nut and washer. Once it's hand tight, to make it tighter, turn the tap while holding onto the nut. Go a few times until we are satisfied with the tightness. Give the tap a nudge to make sure it doesn't move. Next, connect the hose. Make sure the rubber washer is still in there. Use the telescoping wrench once the hose is hand tight. And of course, we got to bend the head the other way now that we are tightening the nut. Don't over tighten this or the hose will break and leak. I think we're good now. Turn on the valve and check the flow. Looks good. No leak from the mouth. Let's check the connections. Dry them up with a cloth. Wait a minute or two and feel the connections around with your dry fingers to make sure nothing is leaking. Next, let's test the joints. Splash them with some water. If water is leaking down to the bottom of the basin through the seams between the joints, I have a video on this, on how to fix it. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the video. Write a comment if you have any questions and thoughts. Thank you once again. See you again next time.